Welcome back to Power Profiles. We take you on deep dives into the journeys of some of the most fascinating figures shaping our world.
Fascinating figures is right.
And today, we're diving into the story of Sam Altman,
Ooh, yeah, Sam
a
Altman.
name you might recognize from the forefront of both the startup world and the AI revolution.
Absolutely, and what's really fascinating about him is he seems to have this knack for not just riding the wave of change, but actually being the one who creates the wave.
Creates it.
Transformed how startups get funded and built with Y Combinator.
Right.
And now he's at the helm of OpenAI, steering the future of artificial intelligence.
It's like he has this sixth sense for where technology is headed.
It really is.
For this deep dive, we've got excerpts from a document titled samaltman.pdf.
Okay.
And let me tell you, this is no ordinary tech bio.
Interesting.
It starts with him getting his first computer at 8 years old.
8.
8.
Wow.
I was still trying to figure out how to use a VCR at that age.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's almost like a classic superhero origin story, right?
It is.
That early exposure to computers clearly ignited a passion that's been burning ever since.
Oh, yeah.
And what I find particularly remarkable is that just a few years later, he decides to drop out of Stanford to co-found Loop.
Loopt,
Yeah.
for those who don't remember,
Yeah.
was a location-based social networking app. Imagine Foursquare or even Snapchat.
Gotcha.
But way back in the early 2000s,
Oh, wow.
when smartphones were barely a thing. Talk about ahead of his time.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And the document highlights the sheer grit and determination it took to get Loopt off the ground.
I bet.
Back then, the tech landscape was completely different.
Oh, yeah.
They were essentially trying to invent the future while simultaneously figuring out how to build a company from scratch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine the challenges.
Yeah.
Trying to convince investors that people would want to
Right.
share their location with friends. Trying to build an app for phones that were constantly changing. It must have felt like trying to hit a moving target
Oh, yeah.
while blindfolded.
Absolutely. And they persevered.
Right.
The document doesn't sugarcoat the struggles, the constant pivoting, the near-death experiences. But it's precisely those challenges that forge Altman into the leader he is today.
Yeah, it's that resilience, that ability to learn from setbacks and come back stronger. That seems to be a recurring theme in his story.
It does.
Loopt eventually got acquired, but the lessons he learned from that experience were invaluable, wouldn't you say?
Without a doubt. Those early trials by fire shaped his entrepreneurial instincts, his understanding of the tech world's relentless pace, and his ability to navigate uncertainty.
And then comes what I think is a pivotal moment in his journey.
Okay.
He joins Y Combinator. Now,
for
anyone who's even remotely interested in the startup world,
Right.
Y Combinator needs no introduction.
Well-
It's basically the Harvard of startups, responsible for launching some of the biggest names in tech.
Huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
Think Airbnb, Dropbox, Stripe, Reddit. These are companies that have fundamentally changed the way we live and work. And they all got their start with help from Y Combinator.
Wow.
And Altman didn't just join.
Right.
He became president and basically supercharged the whole operation.
Wow.
He had this vision of scaling Y Combinator, making it even more impactful, and he wasn't afraid to shake things up.
Yeah.
He introduced new programs like YC Continuity, which provided further funding for startups that were really showing promise.
He was always thinking a few steps ahead, wasn't he?
Exactly. He seemed to have this innate ability to identify the raw potential in a startup,
Yeah.
even when others might have missed it. And he understood that building a successful company wasn't just about having a great idea.
Right.
It was about having the right support, the right mentorship, and the right access to resources.
Yeah. And that's where his experience with Loopt really paid off. He knew firsthand the challenges that early-stage startups faced.
Yeah.
And he was determined to create an environment at Y Combinator where those startups could thrive.
It's like he wasn't just handing out checks.
Right.
He was building a community, fostering a culture of collaboration and innovation.
Yeah.
He understood that the real magic happened when brilliant minds came together, shared ideas, and supported each other.
Absolutely. And that brings us to what I consider to be another pivotal moment in his career.
Okay.
He co-founds OpenAI in 2015.
OpenAI.
This is where he really steps into the spotlight as a visionary leader, someone who's not only shaping the future of technology, but also grappling with its profound ethical implications.
Yeah, it's like he went from being a master builder of startups to becoming a shepherd of artificial intelligence.
Right.
And remember, this is back in 2015 when AI was still considered pretty niche, even fringe by some.
Right. Self-driving cars were still a distant dream, and nobody was talking about AI writing screenplays or composing symphonies.
Right.
But Altman and his co-founders, including Elon Musk, they saw the potential. They understood that AI was going to be the defining technology of the 21st century.
And they didn't just want to build the most powerful AI.
Right.
They wanted to build it responsibly.
Yeah.
They started OpenAI as a nonprofit, which is pretty remarkable when you think about it.
Absolutely.
They were essentially saying, we're not in this for the money, we're in it for the betterment of humanity.
Wow. Yeah.
But as AI research became increasingly complex and computationally expensive, they realized that they needed a different approach.
Okay.
They needed to be able to compete with the tech giants like Google and Microsoft, who were pouring billions into AI development.
I see.
So they transitioned to a capped profit model, which basically meant they could take on investment, but with limitations on how much profit investors could make.
Okay.
It was a controversial move, but Altman argued it was necessary to ensure OpenAI had the resources to continue its groundbreaking research while staying true to its mission of developing safe and ethical AI.
It's a delicate balancing act.
It is.
Right. On the one hand, you need the financial firepower to attract top talent and build cutting-edge AI systems.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you don't want to become beholden to investors who might prioritize profit over ethical considerations.
And this is where Altman's leadership really shines through.
It does.
He seems to have this uncanny ability to navigate those complex ethical dilemmas without losing sight of the big picture.
Yeah.
He's willing to make tough decisions, even unpopular ones, if he believes they're in the best interest of humanity.
And it's not just about making the right choices. It's about being transparent about those choices, explaining the reasoning behind them, and engaging in open dialogue with the public about the potential benefits and risks of AI.
He doesn't shy away from the tough conversations.
He doesn't.
He's been very vocal about the need for regulation, for international cooperation, and for a thoughtful, deliberate approach to AI development.
He's not afraid to acknowledge the potential downsides of AI, the potential for job displacement, the potential for misuse, even the potential for existential risk.
Right.
But he also believes that AI has the potential to solve some of humanity's greatest challenges, from climate change to disease eradication.
And it's that nuanced perspective, that ability to hold both the hope and the fear, the potential and the peril, that I think makes him such a compelling leader.
He's not a techno-utopian who believes that AI will solve all our problems, nor is he a doomsayer who believes that AI will destroy us all.
Right.
He's a pragmatist who understands that AI is a powerful tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for evil.
It all comes down to how we choose to develop and deploy it. And he's determined to ensure that those choices are made with wisdom, foresight, and a deep understanding of the potential consequences.
And that brings us to the heart of what OpenAI is all about.
Okay.
It's not just about building the most advanced AI systems.
Yeah.
It's about building those systems in a way that benefits humanity as a whole, not just a select few.
It's about ensuring that AI is used to empower people, to expand our capabilities, to create a more just and equitable world.
Yeah.
And that's a vision that I think a lot of people can get behind.
Absolutely. And it's a vision that requires careful consideration, open dialogue, and a willingness to learn and adapt as AI continues to evolve at an unprecedented pace.
Yeah.
It's a journey that we're all on together.
Right.
And Altman's leadership is helping to chart the course.
It really is mind-blowing to think about how far OpenAI has come in just a few short years.
It is.
They've gone from this small group of researchers with a bold idea to becoming a global force in AI development.
And they've done it while staying true to their core principles of transparency and ethical development.
Right.
They've been remarkably open about their research, publishing their findings, and even releasing some of their models to the public, like GPT-3.
GPT-3, now that's a rabbit hole I could spend hours going down.
Oh, yeah.
It's like having a conversation with the most knowledgeable, creative being on the planet.
It's really something.
We're doing this, even answer your questions in a way that feels eerily human.
It's a testament to the incredible talent and dedication of the OpenAI team.
It is.
But it also highlights the challenges we face as a society in grappling with the implications of this technology.
Right.
How do we ensure that these incredibly powerful tools are used for good?
Yeah.
How do we prevent them from being misused?
Those are the million-dollar questions, aren't they? And there are no easy answers.
No.
But I think Altman's approach offers some valuable insights.
Okay.
He's not just focused on building the technology. He's actively engaged in conversations about how to govern it, how to regulate it, how to ensure that it aligns with human values.
He's been a vocal advocate for international cooperation on AI development, for establishing ethical guidelines, for thinking carefully about the long-term consequences of our actions.
Right.
He understands that we're not just building machines, we're shaping the future of humanity.
And that's a responsibility that we all share.
It is.
Not just tech leaders like Altman.
Yeah.
We need to be informed, engaged citizens, participating in these conversations, demanding that our voices be heard.
Absolutely.
The future of AI isn't something that's going to happen to us.
Right.
It's something that we're all creating together.
And that brings us back to the core of this deep dive.
Okay.
What role do individuals like Sam Altman play in shaping the future of technology?
Yeah.
I think the answer lies in their ability to inspire, to challenge us to think differently, to push the boundaries of what's possible while remaining grounded in a deep sense of responsibility.
He's a reminder that technological progress doesn't have to come at the expense of human values.
Yeah.
We can be ambitious and ethical, innovative and compassionate. We can create a future where AI empowers humanity, elevates our potential, and helps us solve some of the most pressing challenges facing our world.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of Sam Altman, I'm left with a sense of both awe and cautious optimism.
I get that.
Awe at the incredible advancements that OpenAI has made, and cautious optimism that we can navigate the challenges ahead with wisdom, foresight, and a commitment to using this powerful technology for the betterment of all.
If this deep dive into the life and work of Sam Altman has sparked your curiosity, we encourage you to explore further.
Yeah, definitely.
Do some research on OpenAI, check out the capabilities of GPT-3, or delve into the ongoing debates about the ethics of AI.
For sure.
And if you like this podcast, please kindly like, share, and subscribe to support my channel. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you in the next one.